Good evening. My name is Kwabena. Welcome to today. I have something I want to share with you. It's about you and how you can be the best at your job. Anytime that we try to employ somebody for any position in the businesses that we do, there are certain things that we look for, and you so hope that this person that you're risking to take on board will have what they put up at the interview process. A lot of us also prepare ourselves. We tell friends that we are looking for a place to work, and we tell family people, we talk to everybody to get us connected for us to get a place to work. But when we get the place to work, what do you put in? What we put in when we have had this job that we so wanted. Now that we have that job, how do we do that job? I think that a lot of people's infatuation with the job dies that quickly, just about 2, 3, 4 months. They die quickly, and that is normal. What will keep you interested in the job and what will keep you productive in this position that you have had is really you than the workplace, so to say, because this discussion is really about you having this job that you so much wanted, and now that you have that job, what do you bring on board? What do you bring on board as a person? What do you bring on board as an expert, as you pitch them to be? I am of the opinion that the fact that that person has employed you does not mean that that person is so better than you. No, it's just different positions, different responsibilities. So you don't come to the workplace, especially if you are working with the person who created that business. If it's a first generation business, if it's an entrepreneur's business, the man who created the job himself directly, you work with him. You should not feel that that man is better than you. There should be respect, there should be some kind of humility, there should be some kind of cordiality, but I don't think that there should be this kind of I have taken this job because I was not able to create a job and therefore this man is better than me. No, I don't think so. In as much as we talk about entrepreneurship and everything, we also know that the business you create, you will need people to work with you. And once you need people to work with you, you don't want to come out as saying that, or as portraying that you are better than the people who come in to work with you. And no, that's not it. So I rather think that you should have that assertiveness, that confidence, that humanity, that you are not inferior to the one who employed you. You bring on board what they have, You should settle that mind, because I think that is why most people would not want to work with young companies, especially companies that they think that they are close in age, they are close in stature with the people who started that business. But I don't think it's like that. It's not that he's superior and you're inferior kind of approach. So bring that presence that you have, bring that comfort that you have. Be happy to work with such people. It's expertise that you have brought on board. It's a skill that you have brought on board. Be that kind of person that people are comfortable with working with you in such environment in a new business. And I think even in old companies, in companies with a lot of employees, you are not inferior because you are the sub manager and the top guy is there and he has to look down on you and things like that. I think you should bring your dignity and your confidence to the work, because that is what is going to make you effective. All right, so you bring, and you should contribute to the productivity or the productive culture of the company, of the business. Come in with that which you have developed with yourself. Come in with that gift, come in with that talent, come in with that expertise that you told them that you had. Come in with that, and I am of the opinion that you also come in with good character. You come in with honesty. You come in with dignity, with kindness. With respect, with some bit of forgiveness. You come in with that because you're going to work with people. And once you're going to work with people, a lot of it will depend on the character that you have. They should be able to introduce you to a lot of their network, a lot of their links, without being afraid that you go back and take the business from them. And really, that is what a lot of people do. That's why people are very careful who they bring on board. If you want to be the best at what you do in terms of you being an employee, have that value and those kind of values, that you are a person who they can trust. Because nobody wants to work with somebody who they are so much doubtful. So come in with that clean heart. If perchance you want to do something even in the future, I am of the opinion that why do you want to start some kind of business along the same line that the man who gave you that chance to work with you have, and go around to take the same network, take the same customer base that he has, the same network that he has, the very network that without him we'll never have. Don't come to work without thinking that even if I have to step off, then I'll go and take everything that the man has introduced me to. I think that is a character break. I think that is wrong. I think that will get back to hit at you in the future. So come to the work with this open-heartedness, this character, this integrity, that you are there to work to make sure that this work gets better the moment you have coming. And study about the business, study about the market, study about the duties that they have given you. Read about them, become the best in that field. Read everything that you can get your hands on. Ask those who you came to meet how they do their works, how do they do their work, how they put a lot of things in good place. Study from those you came to meet. If you didn't come to meet anybody, after all, you came to meet the one who employed you. Get to work at the same wavelength with him. Get to understand her understanding of the business, where he wants to take the business to, her aspirations, his intentions for the business, what he really needs. Get to understand the man that you are working with as well. Is so much important, because you're there to work. So be there to work. The 2 years, the 3 years, the 10 years that you spend there, you will never get those years back. So why don't you put the best of you in the time that you are there with them? Get to improve yourself that way. Put in the hours. Work hard, because the business will not grow if the people who are employed in the business don't have the business at heart. When they are stingy with their time, with their expertise, with their network, the business will suffer. So once you have come to work, be happy that somebody has created a business and you have a place to work. They are dealing with a whole different kind of pressure, and you can also deal with a whole different kind of pressure, and to work for the business to grow. Don't be there and be complaining and be going behind them, destroying them, even if they are not good people. If you choose to be there, then be there. If you see that they are not good people and you want to go, just go. But the moment you are there, then be there. Be there, because once you're there, what do you talk about them? If you are there working, what do you destroy them? What do you murmur? What do you prevent other people from coming in to help the business to grow? So if you want to be best at what you do, these are the kind of characteristics that you want to have. You want to be there, you want to put in the hours to make sure that this business grows. Become an expert in that which they employ you to do, and even go to other areas of the business. Read, study it, improve yourself, because it's you. And the asset the business has is people like us who are working in the business. Have that sense of urgency, the critical things that make the business grow. Look for those critical things and attend to them, just as the owner will attend to them. That's how you become best in you working. Be proactive, solve problems that everybody is running away from. That is the kind of problems that you want to bring it to your managers or to your superiors knowledge, and trying to solve it together, and being there and being committed to the business growing. There will always be people who also come to work with the business. Work with them well, treat them with respect, talk to them well, have them at heart. The business, even though you came to work, if you are spending 8 hours a day in that business, is your life you're spending there. So you might as well make it a good thing, a good stay, a good hours that you are spending there. So work with the team as you will work with people you like, and really those are the people that you are spending those hours with. And that one thing I've also seen is that people find it difficult to take criticism and to be corrected. People really find it very, very difficult in a kind of environment. But if they criticize you, I think that that is not the time to explode and become volatile. I think that you should develop the skill to take criticism, because you are not perfect, just as nobody is perfect. So if you do something and they criticize you, take them in good heart, even if you think they are wrong. Take them in good heart, and learn to work under authority, just as you would want somebody to work with you and listen to you as subordinate. You should also learn to work with authority. A lot of people leave their places of work in anger in this country, and they seem to always go fighting. I don't think if you want to leave a place of work, you should live in anger and fight. You should always leave. You can always leave a place of work without fighting. Just create it nicely, and because you never know what will come up tomorrow. And it's a skill that you have to have, because wherever you go at a point in time, you may want to move on. And if you want to move on, don't move on in anger, don't move on in pain, don't move on in beat, and don't have this thinking that wherever you go to work and something small happens or something major happens, then you become so bitter and poisoned within. I don't think those are good things. And almost all the time, it's not the people that you are working with that are making you bitter. It's really something which is in you. It's something that you have put in you which is making you bitter. So this is my point. My point is that if you work anywhere, be glad to work there, and be open to be corrected and be criticized and get better. Bring the network that you have, bring the links that you have to grow the business, to help the place to become better, because they are really creating opportunities for all of us. So work with that kind of consciousness, work with that kind of thinking, that if you get me to work with you, I work with my heart, I work with my mind, I work with everything that I am, and I'm not there to screw you. And if you show me anything, I will be glad to preserve it. Even if you show me your weaknesses, I will not go around try to set up something to compete with you and to take all your companies. We have had a lot of people like that who just when people employ them, and the next moment they are there for 1 year, they step off, they go to start the same thing. And the funniest thing is that the same customers that they were dealing with, they go there to castigate the other manager or the other employer and trying to take their business from them. I think the world is so big, you can create your opportunities if it's time for you to start your business. Don't destroy another man's place just because you want to create yours, because it will always come back to you. And so be open to criticism, be open to learning, be open to putting in the hours, be open to getting the work done all the time, and develop yourself. Be committed to solving the problems of the company, and don't steal from the company. Don't take their projects, don't take their business, don't steal their product. Those are the things that you do that will destroy you. So don't become the best in that. Just let the man go to sleep knowing that I have one of the best people to work with. And sometimes you may work with them for a very long time. And sometimes people can create their own wealth just by working with good people, and a lot of people too have developed the culture of working 1 year here, jump to another company, 1 year here, jump to another company. It doesn't build anything that much, to the best of my knowledge. You can also be part of a company that you can also become prosperous and become very influential because you committed to working with a company which started, or which you became so much effective that they could not find other people to, so to say, to do the things that you do. So become the best of your character, become the best of your skill, become the best of your expertise, work with your heart, and wish the best for the company that you are working with. And when new people come in, infect them, or what is the English word? Bring them into that kind of quality that you have developed for yourself, for these new people as well. Some companies, the not so good employees, they destroy everybody who comes in that quickly, and so you see that the company's culture is poisoned. Make the work easy for the people who create businesses. If you happen to pray so much for a work or for a job and you get it, work well, work with your heart. Wherever you work, even if you work with the government, work well, work with your heart. Train people, be honest. Work with authority. Be easy to be in a position to be corrected, and respect the people, and don't disrespect them, or don't talk to them anyhow just because you're about to leave the place. And that is what I usually see when people are about to leave the place. All respect is thrown out. It's a weakness in character. If I want to leave the place, I would want to live in dignity. No matter the disagreement that I may be living on, I would still want to hold my head high, and I would want to talk to the people nicely. I would want to wish the people well. I would want to live professionally, And so these are the things that I think if you do, you'll be able to excel in the work that you do. It's not that tough. It's not that tough, but correct your tendency to be so much bitter in any little disagreement, in any little corrections, in any little abuse that you may think is an abuse. Just be a man, just be a lady, and be professional, and stop complaining and talking bad about people you work with or you work for. It doesn't build you. It makes you weak. It makes you not strong a person. So these are some of the things that I think you should look at in order for you to become the best